What is up, guys? Welcome in. My name is Nick and welcome to the channel and welcome back to LMU. So this was a off-stream race that I just randomly decided to do one evening, and we ended up in split one. And not only in split one, we ended up with an eSports driver, two eSports drivers in fact, and the guy who has the current record in LMU for Monza. So yeah, to say we're outclassed is a bit out of an understatement, really. We managed to qualify with 150.8, so it's not a terrible time, but yeah, I thought I'd just bring you along for this race, so let's get to it. It's quite something. So we're going back to basics with this one, very much like videos we used to do back in the day, just me and you talking over some race footage. We managed to qualify P14 with that lap time, so not terrible. We're in split one of 18, I believe, and yeah, we did end up with some very quick people in this lobby. So we've got Mr. McCormick, who is currently the lap leader at Monza. We've also got Tinko van der Velde, the eSport driver for Williams, and one Mr. Valentin, otherwise known as the co-driver for one Mr. Jardier. So yeah, we've got some proper speed in here. Now, amazingly, we're showing off some great talent here where you can actually get through T1 at Monza without any form of incident. Yes, it does exist. I know it is rare, but it is right there before your eyes, so you have to prove it exists now, I guess. So yeah, we're just basically going to be on board for this first lap here. It's lots of tight racing. We're not really trying to make any moves right now. Have a look around the outside of the McLaren, just really to keep space more than anything else. Not really going to send it around the outside there at all. And yeah, we're just trying to get comfortable, get temp in the tyres, get sort of a feeling for the car, what it's going to do. We get a good run here through the first Lesmo. Not really anything to do with it though for the McLaren. We are thinking about going up the inside, but we'd lost kind of the momentum edge, so we just fall back in line, making sure we get a good run down to Ascari. So yeah, what you're going to see in this one is basically just a lot of people who know how to drive very well. No real freebies in this one. We pick up a couple, but yeah, not many people falling off the track. Lots of very close racing, but lots of very fair racing. So we do get outclassed a little bit, but that's to be expected. We aren't. I think we're punching a little bit. I think in this race, it's fair to say we shouldn't be in this crowd at all. As you can see, the BMW behind us getting a bit of a run out of Ascari, coming down here towards the corner previously known as Parabolica. We'd go on the outside, give him the inside there. The McLaren gets all kinds of sideways coming through Parabolica, so we managed to close up a little bit on there, drop the position to the BMW, look to see if we can maybe get the run back on the McLaren, end up in some kind of weird, awkward three-wide situation with the Lamborghini giving us a snifter in the back as well. So yeah, it's a little bit on edge for this right now. We end up backing out a little bit when the track tightens up because, yeah, still not wanting to cause any great accident at this point. We end up having to concede to the Lamborghini as well. It gets a bit tight on the second apex. That's probably my fault turning in on the yellow Lamborghini there. But yeah, we lost a couple of positions there, unfortunately. But as I say, qualifying P14 was definitely a bit of a sort of punching above my weight type deal. So yeah, clean opening lap. That's what we wanted. We want to get a bit of rhythm down. So yeah, not a terrible start to the race. Not a great one by any stretch of the imagination. But yeah, we're not doing too badly, I didn't say. We've got a long way to go, and hopefully we'll pick up some freebies. It was my mindset at this point. As you can see, by the end of the second lap here, we're actually going to be chased down by one Mr. Valentin behind us in this Aston Martin, and you're going to see the difference between me and him as you just see the closing gap here as he's managed to carry far more speed off of Parabolica, just breezes past us down the start finish straight. And yeah, that's we'll see you in another one, I guess. Valentin, thank you very much. Appreciate just having the opportunity to share a racetrack with you. It's not often that happens. As you see, he gets a great run out of the chicane as well. Now we pretty much just held station here for a little bit. We've got a nice couple of little track cuts coming through here. We were struggling with that final bit at Ascari, just kept nipping that a little bit too tight, picking up a number of different sort of penalties there through that one, unfortunately. And yeah, unfortunately, we're also going to concede to this Lamborghini behind us. You can see we don't have a great run through Parabolica. This is definitely one of the places a lot of people were catching up on me. I was just a little bit too late on the throttle coming here out of the final corner down the pit straight. And as you can see, while we just sit cruising here, the Lamborghini is going to close up in the suck behind us. And but still, I probably should really fight for these places a bit more, especially at this point in the race. We're now lap 4, start lap 4. And yeah, I think this is just sort of my mindset. I need to be a bit more assertive, a bit more progressive possessive over my positions. We do get to manage a good run out of the chicane, so we think about having a run back. He ends up defending the inner line, so we're going to have a look to see if we can maybe get something around the outside here. Very difficult to do at this chicane though, to be honest. We brake hard, keep it tucked in, and in the end we just sort of tuck back in line and think better of it. So we're just really going to hold station now for the next couple of laps, really, or for the next most of the race, to be honest. Coming through the final corner here, you can see we are just trying to hold station with them. We are getting gapped a little bit, so we pick up another good few points here for track cuts, so that's always great. We managed to get one freebie, which I actually missed in the video here, but we're up to P17 now. And then as we come through into the second chicane, we get one more freebie here with this McLaren. Thank you very much, sir. They're very rare in this race to find people who are going to be caught out by these cars, because they are very, very quick people. And once through Ascari, we got telltale signs of some dust here on the inside, and we've got one very slow Lamborghini here rejoin the track, sans any rear wing. So he manages to actually get up to speed reasonably quickly by the time we get past. We're side by side coming through here, but he has no rear wing at all, so in the end he has to concede the position. Actually ends up getting all kinds of out of shape and flying off into there. And that is also one Mr. Ruddock, who is a top 400 time, I believe, in Monza at the moment. So jump forward here to lap 9. We've had a bit of pressure from the Porsche behind us. We have got a nice gaggle of cars in front of us though, and spoiler, they do end up tripping over each other in a little while, so we do manage to close up on those a fair bit. But yeah, we are getting a little bit harassed by Gonzalez behind. As you can see, we're coming into the Lesmos here. They are chopping and changing, getting in each other's way, falling over each other a little bit, and that is giving us the option to actually close ranks a little bit here. As you can see just how many cars are actually fighting as we go through the first chicane here, and we are right on the back of them once again. So with 2 to go, we're just going to sit here and follow these ones here, and hopefully we'll pick up some scraps, maybe pick up something here. But yeah, they are being close and fighting very well, but not really sort of fighting each other. No one being overly aggressive. If this were, I hasten to say, maybe a lower split, like a 4 or a 5, one of these guys may have run out a little bit of skill and ended up either going into someone or off the track, and we'd have picked up 1, maybe 2 freebies, but doesn't really happen when you're facing this caliber of racers, unfortunately. But the Lamborghini in front there, just having a quick sniff up the inside. He gets a bad run out of the second Lesmos here on the way down to Ascari. He pulls the inside line, we go around the outside, he cuts up real close to us, giving us just a car's width here. As we go into the braking zone, we're going to get just a little bit of a hip check, nothing major. We're still able to make the corner, and yeah, just a hope of trying to get that position there, but unfortunately we were very much told no in that one, with that nice little hip check going, nope, go away boy, what are you doing? And why not pick up another track cut warning for good measure as well. So coming down into Parabolica for the penultimate time, we managed to pick up a bit of pace through his corner through the course of the race, get a better run on the entry than the Lamborghini, and we close up a little bit, but he does get a better drive out of the corner on throttle earlier than me. Again, the part where I am struggling the most. I'm going to try and sit in the suck down here on the way down to turn 1. We don't really gain up much time. We do have a little bit of bodywork damage from coming together at turn 1 on lap 2, I think it was, and yeah, we're not really any closer, and we're just going to try and hold file. Still kind of hoping that someone's going to run out of talent on the final lap here, or run out of tyres, run out of fuel. The guy in front is quite close on fuel, so these are all things that I'm looking at the moment, hoping to maybe steal a few places away before the end of the race, but to no avail right now. Coming down into the second chicane here, not too bad a time we're having so far, only a couple of tenths off our PB, which is a 1:51, I believe. At this point, we get a good run out of the second chicane on the way down to the on the way down to the Lesbos. So you can see hugging the corner again, a little bit late on throttle pickup. Car in front runs a little bit wide, and we get all kinds of out of shape coming through the second Lesmo here. We get a bit of a oversteer moment, which means we're going to start dropping away from the guys behind, and we're going to fall very much into the clutches of Gonzalez behind us. So we're just going to make sure that we don't concede anything to this guy on the final lap. Unfortunately, we are doing what we normally do and messing it up right at the end, but we managed to brake nice and safely. The Porsche does get very big in our rear window, but nothing too major with that. Good exit out of Ascari, well, an okay exit out of Ascari. Got a little bit twitchy on the inner curb there, as just came to throw the car round to the outside, and yeah, managed to hold on to it, so it's not too much of an issue. See, the guy in front's only got 2% worth of fuel, so we're hoping he might get a drive through or something in terms of running out of VRE or virtual energy, but it's not really going to happen. And coming out Parabolica for the final time, the Porsche runs a little bit wide. We managed to comfortably steal P15, but keep an eye on that scoreboard because we're going to see one Mr. Valentine start flying all the way down past us, and we managed to sneak a P14 before the end of the race, as I'm pretty sure he ran out of energy. So we got a nice little freebie, and we get to say the words, "We were quicker than Valentine." But thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that one. I just wanted to run this one because, yeah, it's not often we get to run races with this caliber of drivers. But if you did enjoy this, remember to click the like button, subscribe for more, and want to have a look at the video on the screen now for more that you may enjoy, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.